Archaeology is the study of the human past. We're particularly interested in how people live their lives, their culture, and their social behavior. So in a way, I always like to think of archaeology as kind of sitting right at the intersection of social sciences and humanities and natural sciences. There are jobs in archaeology. In the U.S., there are a number of government agencies that hire archaeologists. Any agency that manages land hires archaeologists. So the Bureau of Land Management, the Forest Service, the Park Service, the Department of Defense, all of them have archaeologists who work for them. There are private companies that do archaeology. Usually they're helping developers comply with laws about archaeological preservation. There are a few jobs, like mine in teaching archaeology, although those are less available. But then even if students don't go on to careers in archaeology, the skills that they learn in the major are skills that are useful in any job. Students gain a variety of skills in their major. Some of those are only applicable to archaeology. Usually, we take students out to the field, they learn to dig really nice square holes, and you may not use that anywhere else. But they also learn lots of skills that are transferable to any kind of job. Learning how to do things on the computer, learning how to do the mapping and all the other things that we do. Those are important skills. Learning how to write and to think critically. One of the things about archaeology, you could say, is that we tackle some of the biggest and most important questions in the human past with really lousy data, right? So we're trying to understand, sort of the broad sweep of history. Usually, at least in the stuff I do, without written records, all we have are, the remains of collapsed houses and a little bit of trash that they threw out and whatever artifacts they left behind. And that requires some really careful thought about, what is the connection between what you want to know and what you actually get to look at and study. And so that I think the critical thinking, the writing, those are important skills that are transferable to any sort of job that students are likely to get. One of the things that distinguishes our major is the extent of experiential learning. It's been a big buzzword on campus the last few years, but we've always done it. It's always been a part of the major, and we take students to the field and they actually get experience doing all of these things. And all of our students get a chance to work in the field and to really learn on the ground, hands-on, in ways that you can't really, at least you can't learn it as thoroughly in the classroom. And so the ability to do that in the field and to actually work with real data and be involved in real research projects is, I think it's pretty exciting for the students to be able to do it. And I think that we probably do that as much, probably more than anyone on campus. Well, you should choose archaeology as a major because, first off, you'll have more fun doing archaeology than any other major. You'll learn things that even if you don't become an archaeologist, that will serve you well in the whole rest of your life. Just an approach to knowledge and to understanding people and history that will be really useful no matter what you do, but also you'll have the opportunity to learn skills, to have experiences that you won't get to have in any other major.